What's good, everybody? It's just your neighborhood angler, MoneyBass, out here about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. Now, I get out here on a weekly basis, put about an hour or two on the shot clock, see how many fish we can get to the boat. All you have to do on your end is subscribe to the channel, guess the weight of the fish, and bam, just like that, you can walk away with a little cash in your pocket, courtesy of SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. SWAT Lawn Operations, one of the original sponsors of this thing we call Bass for Cash. One big shout out to FishXLive. Now we're going to go out here and go after some spotted bass today. The main two baits that I'm going to be focusing on today are, of course, going to be the shaky head and the crankbait. Let me just show you guys real quick the baits that we will be using. Like I said, we're going to focus on a shaky head and a crankbait. So I have some other rods up here. I might as well move these out of the way. But one is going to be a shaky head. We're going to see if the bendation is sensational. Going to keep it nice and simple. Throw a nice little shaky head worm on there. All right, so that is one. And of course, you guys know I always keep two shaky head rods on the boat. And there was a lake that I was fishing on the last Battle of the Anglers. You guys saw it, and that is what this setup is. So I'm going to move this one out of the way. But let me just show you this one. So this is a spinner bait. Probably not going to be throwing this today, so I'm going to move this out of the way. But that's a spinner bait that I use on lakes. Primarily when I go after largemouth is when I use a bait like that. Like I said, today we're just going to focus on getting some spotted bass to the boat. Remember, all you have to do is guess the weight of the fish as they come to the boat. And that is how you can walk away with little pockets. Now, another bait that I had thrown a little bit at the last tournament was a jig. Won't be using that one today. So we're going to go ahead and set that up and put this one back here. And remember, the gear that you guys see me using on the boat, the link is in the description. If you want to check out the bendation, see how sensational it is, just click on that link. It'll take you to ducketfishing.com. Use code MoneyBass. MoneyBass is a discount code. You can get 15% off of everything you see on their site wide, all right? All right, so that is the shaky head rod. This right here is my spoon. So we're going to go back into some coves today, see if we can find some bait fish and fish some rocks. This right here, I'll leave it up here, but I doubt we're going to use that spoon. Like I said, the main thing we're going to focus on, let me switch over here to this side and show you guys. So, not really going to be throwing my fish head spin as much, but there we go. That's the fish head spin I was throwing also. So we're not going to use that today. At least that's the plan, to not use that. So we'll set that down there. Where is my crankbait? Oh, you know what? I think I swapped out my crankbait rod. So this is my other shaky head rod. So we'll go ahead and keep this one on deck. But you guys see, I keep two shaky head rods on deck because they catch fish. You know, you're potting to bust them in the mouthpiece with a shaky head. So let's go ahead and get that set to the side. And for anybody that wants to know, I throw this on 20-pound, 15-pound high-vis yellow braid. That's why you see that braid there. And then I tie that to a 12-pound fluorocarbon leader. All right, so we'll put this one over here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and move this spoon out of the way because I know I'm not going to use that. So all of these right here, I do not think we're going to be using these today. And just taking a look over there at the bank, the water level is still pretty low. So, yeah, we're going to stick to the script today. So I'm not going to need my minnow bait down here. Got my spy bait. What else did I have tied on down here? I don't see what this last one is. What is this last rod? Not sure. All right, so we're gonna get my crankbait put on, and I'm just moving all of these rods that I'm not planning on using today. Just moving those out of the way. Oh, and this drop shot. I won't be using my drop shot today either. So we'll go ahead and get that one out of the way. Just clearing off things on the deck. So we're just gonna have 3 rods, and once we get going, guys, we're gonna put 1 hour on the shot clock. 1 hour on the shot clock. All right, let me just take a quick look. Who do we have in the chat today? Shout out to Stephen. I see Stephen in the chat. We got Jody tuning in. Spot Snatchers in the chat. Blaster says service with all the trimmings. He knows about SWAT lawn operations. We got Polish Bass Racer back in the chat. Called a 7-pound 1 ouncer. Okay. You out there making some things happen. What brand fluoro do I use? Right now I'm using, for fluorocarbon, I'm using Cigar. All right, let's see, guys. I hate it when these, on my drop shot gets tangled up inside of the eyes of the rod, so I got to get this out of here. And actually, I'm gonna have to change this up because a lot of times that'll happen right in the middle of right when you get over a nice school of fish and need to drop something down there real quick, and it'll be tangled up. All right, so there we go. So I actually need to put some of these back in the rod lockers. I don't know, I have about 7 or 8 rods just sitting down there that I'm not gonna be using today. But this always varies just depending on what lake I'm fishing on. What's going on, Dottie? Uh-oh, we got AC, the DQ queen, in the chat. Let's see. We got Team Turner. Team Turner says, me and my son came yesterday to try and fish in our John boat and saw those swales. We was like, nah, we good. What lake was that on? What lake was that on that you're talking about? All right, here we go. There's my crankbait. So this is the crankbait we're going to be throwing, guys. So we're going to hit them with the 1-2 punch today. So there we go. So that's the crankbait. And this is a 7-foot medium cranking rod that I'll be throwing that on. And remember, always make sure you guys check the links in the description. Anytime that I'm able to get products like fishing line, fishing rods, reels, any type of gear that I think will be beneficial to you guys, I try to pass those savings along to you and put the information for that in the description of the video. Just make sure you use code MoneyBass to get those discounts, guys. Discount code is MoneyBass. All right. And yes, I did not, well, I guess, no, I did not take the time to get that stuff organized before I left out for the day. All right, so we're gonna roll out and we're gonna make a nice quick run. Let's see how fast we'll get on the speedometer. Let the motor warm up for a little bit. It's a little chilly out here. Team Turner says, Lanier, we came to Young Deer Boat Ramp. All right, I'm not far from there. Stephen says, where's your target lock for your live scope? I took that off a while back, several months ago. Why did I take it off? Something was being done to it. I think I can't really remember, but I think I had to send it in to get a part replaced. That's what it was. And so once I took it off, I just never put it back on. And I fished for a long time without it anyways. I may end up selling that. So if anybody's interested in a target lock, just send me a message at moneybass404@gmail.com. So I'll probably end up selling that target lock. We'll see though. But if anybody in the chat's interested, just let me know. Like I said, send an email. Just put target lock in the title and send it to moneybass404@gmail.com. We're gonna make a quick run. So we have 1 hour on the shot clock, guys. We have till 3 o'clock. It's 1:55. I think I'm gonna make about a 5-minute run or something real quick. All right, so make sure you guys get active in the chat and I'll see you on the flip side. All right, guys, we are rolling up on spot number 1. We have 1 hour on the shot clock. So we have 1 hour and 2 minutes on the shot clock today. So if somebody could go ahead and get that timer started for me. And the goal is 2 fish to the boat in 1 hour. See if anybody can walk away with some cash for one of these bass, all right? I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you double tap the screen. Tap. You should see some fireworks or something like that going off once you do it correctly. That means that you have hit the like button for me, and it really does help the channel out, guys. We're back to getting things moving. We had to deal with some icy situations for the past few days. So hadn't really been out here as much, but we're back in action. AC said the timer has started. I see you guys asking for Clint Perry. I'm pretty sure he'll hop in the chat sooner or later. All right, so we're just kind of letting the current just move us right now. We got Spot Snatcher said, I need some vendation in my life. We're gonna see what we can find for today. We're gonna start off with a shaky head right off the bat. Generally, the fish that I catch are relating to the bottom, so that's why I fish with a shaky head a lot. And I guess I've just become accustomed to finding, fish that are already set up for the way that I fish. So we'll see. We shall see. All right, there we go. Cast number 1. Like I said, we're just gonna let the current just let us drift. Blaster says, I can't wait to get snowed in. Why do you want to be snowed in? Post Bass Rester says, how far do you live from the lake? About 3 casts. I live about 3 cast distance from the lake. Phil says they canceled that snowstorm for this weekend in Virginia. Oh, they canceled it, huh? Somebody called in a cancellation? Oh my goodness. Who was that type FVS in the chat earlier? Who was that did that? That jinxed my fishing? Who was it that did it? I felt the tap, so I had to peel it back, guys. It was mandatory. You guys know the rules. You know the rules and routines. Spot Snatcher, it was you. All right, Spot Snatcher, I'm going to remember that. Putting some bad juju on my cast. And I got snagged. But we got it back. Oh, she says snowstorm equals unsubscribe. Hey, what does that mean? And I don't know what AC's in here laughing at. This is serious business out here. All right, so what did you guys do over the snowstorm, over the icy storm of the century? What did you guys spend your time doing? Somebody, anybody? Did anybody go fishing? Oh man, and we had to get hung up again. Spot Snatcher said, watch football and basketball. Okay. Do you play or you just watch? Got to be a player. Can't just be a spectator. Shout out to Blaster, said it just ended up being some rain. AC says, snacking, doing schoolwork, and watch football. Wait a minute. Were you doing your schoolwork? Something sounds a little fishy about that story. Were you doing your schoolwork? Spot Snatcher says, I'm 5'0". Playing days long ago. That's why I fish. AC said they didn't get any ice or snow. How about that? Where you live at? We got ice and snow. Actually, even coming to the boat ramp, I had to hurry up and make a quick turn because I almost hit an ice patch pulling into the ramp. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Okay, you getting the education. AC says, she said she is in school. She said, thank you very much. She said on the military's dime. How about that? Shout out to Patricia. She says only 51 days of winter left. Oh, you counting them down, huh? Something tells me you don't like winter all that much. All right, guys, we have 54 minutes left on the shot clock. I told you today was going to be a quick one. We're out here for a good time, not a long time. Just need to pop 2 of them in the mouthpiece, see if anybody can walk away with some cash for one of these bass, and then I'm going to scoot on back to the house because it's a little chilly out here. It's a little cold. AC said, correction, you got 52 minutes, sir. I like this high-vis yellow line because it lets me see. Like if I put it on the water, I can see the line down there, and I can tell whenever the line stops moving. So I know that I'm on the bottom. I'm sitting in 13 feet of water right now, but I'm casting out to about, I don't know, 25, 30 feet of water. Make sure you guys double tap your screen. Tap, tap. If you tap the screen twice, you should see some fireworks come on the screen. That's how you hit the likes. We need to get the likes up. Let's see, can we get 6 more likes? We just need 6. Can we get 6 more likes? And if you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat for me. Let's just see who's all participating already. Those are going to be the people I root for to win some of this cash for these bass. If you hit the like button, I'll like you back. Appreciate that, Blaster. Blaster was like, hey, I'm in there. Blaster says, I'm about that business. We got Jason. Jason says, I'm about the business too. Patricia says, Matt Robertson had a pelican jump in his boat trying to get his 5-pounder. Oh, my goodness. I heard about that. I heard about it. Man, I need some gloves. It's a little colder out here than what I thought it was going to be. We got that sniper in the chat. Out there sniping. I'm trying to snipe a fish. We have less than an hour on the shot clock, guys. We're really just getting started. We put 1 hour on the shot clock today. See what we can do in 1 hour. Starting off with a shaky head. Keeping it a little slow and simple right now. Targeting some fish that are kind of relating to the bottom. Water temp sitting at 45.5 degrees. So I think right now is the coldest that the water temps have been since I've been out here fishing this year so far. And I can feel it on my fingertips too. Patricia said, where's that spotopotamus at? It's hiding from me, Patricia. It's hiding. But we're on a hunt for it. Spot Snatcher said it cooled off a little. Oh, yeah, it did cool off a little out here. All right, let's move. Let's move. We got 3 rods on, and that's what we're going to use to make it happen. Man, I do need some gloves. It's a little chilly out here today. Spot Snatcher says, that's jerkbait temps. It sure is. And I do have a jerkbait sitting right over there. Who knows? I might pick one up. We'll see. Let's go over here and fish a dock real quick. All right, let's scan and see if we can see some bait fish in this cove. Sitting in 50 feet of water right now. Checking my down scan. My sonar, down scan, and my side scan up here. You can see some nice trees and stuff down there. Not really seeing any fish though. All right, let's try fishing a dock or two real quick. And then we'll keep on moving. Because time is ticking. Well, that wasn't the cast that I wanted, but that's the cast I got. So we'll have to make it happen. All right, so who in the chat saw the last Battle of the Anglers on Lake Altoona? Who saw the Battle of the Anglers on Lake Altoona? Oh, what is that? Who watched the last episode of Battle of the Anglers? Blaster says, you said if I don't get, what is that, DZI? Shout out to Spot Snatch. He said, I watched it. You saw me start out strong and then slide off and then fall off. I started off good. I just knew I was going to win. We got Kevin Two Fishes in the chat. He said it was fun to watch. Yeah, man, I started off strong. Oh, my goodness. Kevin, say it ain't so. Kevin Two Fishes in here shouting out Whipstick. Oh, yeah, Whipstick was doing his thing. It looked like he was going to take it for a minute, too. See if I can get that cast over there where I want it to be. Shout out to Phil. We got Phil in the chat. Phil said Whipstick. So we got some Whipstick fans. I can't believe it. Now, you know Whipstick is coming out with some merch, guys. Whipstick is going to actually have some merch. Patricia said, check your drag. Oh, yeah, you hear that? That drag is good. The drag is good. Phil said Whipstick got robbed. Whipstick was making some things happen for a little bit. So, yeah, Whipstick is coming out with some merch. So the Whipstick fans, are you gonna get some Whipstick merch? I think he has like some hoodies and hats and stuff like that. Who is going to get some Whipstick merch? Let's see if he has some true fans in the chat. Perez Elite Fishing. He says, I came from the bottom to the top. Perez, I don't think you were at the top, sir. Kevin Two Fish is shouting out SWAT lawn services, SWAT lawn operations. That sniper says, do you make Bendation merch? If you don't, you should. Yes, sir. Actually, I'll update the Bendation merch today because somebody else was asking me about that. So what type of Bendation merch do you guys want? Do you want some hoodies, hats, or t-shirts, or what would you like? A Bendation shirt. All right. I will get that Bendation merch updated for you guys. And what I'll do is I'll put out a post later today so you guys can go and check it out. All right, let's make one more cast over there. I don't know what is going on with the wind slinging my bait around the wrong way. And let me see, let me send them a quick message. Got somebody reaching out. They're like, hey, bud, where you at? I'm fishing, partner. We doing this thing called Bass for Cash. Let me just let them know I'm live real quick. Two Fishes says it's 8 degrees. Oh my God. Fish said you should make the Bendation chart. So you're saying sell the Bendation chart on a t-shirt? Yeah, so when we do the battle of the anglers now, guys, with each catch, we need you guys to put the bendation rating. The bendation rating for each catch needs to go in the chat. And actually, let me put this where it's supposed to be so I don't end up stepping on it and breaking something, because I tend to break a lot of stuff out here. All right, so let's latch that down so it doesn't go flying off the boat. Wait a minute, Kevin, two fishes. What are you talking about? FB? Oh, you FBS? We need some FBS merch. Okay, that last cast didn't count. I didn't. Wait a minute. What is that over there? What is that? Let me get the boat positioned where I need it to be so we can get a good cast. Oh my goodness, guys, time is going fast. Spot Snatcher said, that's bad juju to get an FBS shirt. Well, maybe you get the FBS shirt and give it to somebody as a gift. What's going on? We got Tom in the chat. All right, we got one more cast here, and then we're gonna jet. And we're gonna head to the spot. We're gonna catch two back to back. Get a good cast way back down to that dock. Let's see if we got some action back there. Blaster says, I'm sure Phil wants a skunk hoodie. Hey, you might be right. That's what Phil needs. Phil does need a skunk hoodie. Two Fishes says, Chicken Hawk needs to wear the FBS hat. Okay, I see something, guys. I see something. So I do need to make one more cast. Let's see if I can get it to where I need it to be. I think I did. And it's a no-go. All right, let's move. Blaster says, I want to put some stank on it, Hoodie. Oh, you know what? I actually do need to put a little stank on it. Huh? I forgot about that. All right, let's go ahead and roll, guys. We don't have much time left. Today was fast and furious. Oh my goodness, guys, my hands are freezing. I guess I do need to invest in some gloves next time. But you know something? If you see something, I need you to say something because I'm seeing a whole bunch of activity going on while I was running, guys. Let's go ahead and put a little stank on it. But let's see. If you see something, I need you to say something. Some of you already said it, but I might need you to say it again because we always got to give credit where credit is due. And I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Blaster said he saw something. Who else saw something? Who else saw something? Because I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes. We're putting a little stank on it real quick, guys. And then we're going to get back into it because the shot clock is ticking. Who else saw something? Want to give a big shout out. Dottie said, oh, I saw it. Big shout out to Clint Perry, guys. Clint Perry slid right on in and hit you guys with, I believe it was 5 gifted memberships. Am I right? Let's go ahead and take a look and see who are the new members of the money team, courtesy of Clint Perry. Want to give a big shout out to Roy. Who else we got? We got Rachel. We got Lorianne, Bayside Auto, and Only Fins. And Only Fins is a member of the money team. Big shout out to Clint Perry. If you got one of those gifted memberships, make sure you give him a thank you, a nice thank you for that gifted membership. Now you are a member of the money team. Those are the people that have the badges next to their name. Once you get one of those badges next to your name, it comes with a few special privileges. Every now and then I do some members only live streams. There's some members only content on the channel. And also, it will give you 2 guesses per fish. So you want to make sure you pay attention to the rules of engagement because now you have a little bit of privilege on the channel. But you got to make sure you do it right. You don't want to get DQ'd. You do not want to get DQ'd. Patricia says, you are one dedicated bass angler. We got to make it happen. We got to catch some fishes out here. I think we're going to get something too, Patricia. Shout out to Texas Noop. Phil said, hey, I only need 1 guess. Shout out to the burning season in the chat. Texas Noop says, what up, money and team? Oh, yeah. Clint Perry came in here and was doing it big. Got a bunch of new members of the money team out there. Man, it's kind of interesting seeing how this area looks when the water is low like this. Because I fished over here before when the water was up. And I thought that it was like some brush or something down there. But it's actually rocks. You guys see those rocks? Normally that's all out of water right there. But I'm pretty sure it comes on down into the lake too. So we should get a little something, something. We should get us a little bite or two. Especially since I put a little stank on it. Gonna move back a little bit deeper. Phil says, will the water come back eventually? Yes, sir. They do that every year. Let the water down on a lot of different lakes. They do that on. Oh my goodness. Guys, look at that. I don't know if you guys saw it before it went off the screen, but there were 2 nice sized fish down there. And we're gonna catch one. We have 30 minutes left on the shot clock. So we have some time. And we're gonna make it happen. Clint Perry says, it's Tony 450 in the chat. I haven't seen him yet. But I saw him in a chat on another channel that I was on. Kind of gave him some well wishes and all that good stuff. We got Frisco. He said 30 minutes. He said, I just got here. That's right. You know, we're here for a good time, not a long time. We got to make it happen with the quickness. We got 30 minutes left on the shot clock. But, you know, I'm going to make it happen, Frisco. We're going to see if we can get 2 fishes to the boat in these 30 minutes. How about that? Frisco says, sure you are. Always got the doubters. Frisco said, you can't do that. Ooh, what is that right there? It's looking kind of lovely. Sitting in about 33 feet of water. Phil said 2 fish and 1 sunk. Blanchard said, Frisco, you missed out on those gifted memberships. I do not know what is going on with Frisco. There's been 5,376 gifted memberships given, and Frisco has got none of them. Oh, my. Nobody saw that, right? Nobody saw that, right? Good, nobody's looking. Wouldn't you know it? Frisco comes into the chat, and actually that's Frisco's fault. It wouldn't have happened if Frisco wasn't in the chat. Frisco already came here causing problems. All right, let's see. Phil said, you catching rocks again? That's right, I'm gonna bust a rock right in that mouthpiece. Get it to the boat. Shout out to Chaos Goat. He said, I never see anything. Let's see, let's use a little bit of 360. See where these rocks are at. Since that's what we came to do, was fish these rocks. Patricia says, get hoppy. Get hoppy with it, Poppy. All right, I'm gonna make one more cast with this shaky head. Then we're gonna switch over to a crankbait for a few casts. See if we can bump that crankbait off of some of those rocks. Uh-oh, Frisco said he's back in action. Said he just got the boat back. You guys see we still have a little snow out there on the ground? Just a little bit. Just a little bit of snow out there. Man, I know we gotta get a bite. It looks too good over here not to get a bite. Cause it looks so good. Tell me why you wanna work here. Chaos Goat said, Frisco gonna blow up your spot. Uh-oh, Frisco says, so I'm coming for you, MoneyBass. Uh-oh. Frisco, I know you're not challenging to a battle of the anglers. I know you don't want to be in the next big bass battle. It'd be a terrible thing for you to let me beat you with a spotted bass and you out there in Texas. Kevin Two Fishes says, what's the temperature out here? I think it's probably in like the high 30s or low 40s, somewhere around in there. That's what it feels like from my finger thermometers. Man, the fish don't want to cooperate. They're like, nah, money, we'd rather make you look bad in front of all your peoples. All right, I said we were gonna throw the crankbait next, right? Let's go ahead and get a few cast in with the crankbait. Lasher said, Frisco has challenged you to a duel. Chaos Goat says, they say don't mess with Texas. Frisco, Frisco, you really think that you could catch a big, what lake are you going to be on, Frisco? That's what I want to know. Tell me the lake that you're going to be on. What lake would you fish from, Frisco? The burning season says, did you break the news to the wife yet? Uh-oh, who has some news for wifey? Frisco says, Lake Ray Roberts. Okay, I have to go and do some research on Ray Roberts. See what to expect. Frisco says, just think about last Bassmaster tourney. Phil said, that lake's in somebody's backyard. He gonna fish a backyard lake, Phil? Is that what's going on? Frisco said the Bassmaster Classic was there. Okay. That says stock to the brim. All right, let's see. Let's change it up a little bit and throw a different shaky head. Tell me why you want to work here. All right, let's see. Spot Snatcher says Hank Cherry won it. Okay, good deal. The burning season said the news that you're moving the family north. I don't know about that one. Let's talk about. Man, I'm not seeing the type of activity that I was expecting. Why they treat me like this? Oh, wait a minute. I think I might be seeing a little something. Let's see what that is. I might be seeing something. Phil said you will be seeing some activity soon when you turn around and see that skunk coming out your bait box. Phil, say it ain't so, Phil. How could you bring about that kind of juju to the boat? All right, let's see. Bernstein says, you see the news about Ike? I saw some of it. I saw part of it when he was on there with his wife. talking about, I guess he was saying this is 2026 is his last year of tournament fishing. Then he's going to pivot to something else. What was the something else? I didn't see that part, though. Pastor said, oh, we talking about fishing? We talking about fishing? Robot says, the water looks very wet. Why, you would be correct. This is wet water. Oh, come on. Robot, you got me hung up in this wet water. It's Brobot's fault. Okay, he's gonna work on his Ike Foundation and other stuff. All right, good deal. Oh man, how much time do we have left, guys? It ain't looking good for the home team. You guys think I'm gonna pull off a last minute catch? Or is it gonna be like Phil said, a last minute skunk? Is there a skunk sticking his head out of my live well? Shout out to Freeman. Good to have you back in the chat. Oh, wait a minute. I know a podcast. Who saw the Zaldane podcast where they met with that intellectual property attorney? She was giving them information about their contracts that they signed and stuff like that. Who saw that that interaction, that podcast? Who saw that? Spot Snatcher says, do we have an FBS for cash? So that's how you want to be? So that's how you're going to do it? FBS for cash. Spot Snatcher says she was good. Oh, yeah, she was real good. Two Fishes said it was very interesting. It was. Now, who saw the part about everything that they sign away? They said, so what did we sign away? And she said, everything. She said, y'all signed away everything. Your name, your likeness, your voice, everything. Anything that you could possibly think that you would want to own, you signed it all away on those contracts. Now, that right there, I say that right, what is that out there? I say that is a topic. That is a topic. I almost had a false bite situation going on. All right, guys, we have 14 minutes left on the shot clock. Oh, my God. Shout out to Delta Bass. Delta Bass said at least somebody out there fishing. Said at least somebody out there fishing. Big shout out to Delta Bass. If everybody could, show some love for my partner, Delta Bass. Hit me in the chin with a 10. With a 10 piece. He's like, go ahead and get him to the boat, MoneyBass. All right, we're going to run real quick because we have about 10 minutes left on the shot clock. And we're going to make it happen. Shout out to Delta Bass, the co-sponsor of today's live stream. I want to give a big shout out to your partner, Clint Perry. He slid right on in and hit you guys with 5 gifted memberships. Then we had Delta Bass slide in and was like, hey, what's going on? I want some of that action. All right. We have 10 minutes left, guys. Spot Snatcher says, I know money wouldn't sign it all the way. All the way. And you know what? You got that right, Spot Snatcher. You know why? Does anybody know how to look up trademarks? Who knows how to look up trademarks? Who knows how to look up trademarks? All right, guys, this is it. It's time for the grand finale. We have 12 minutes left on the shot clock. "12 minutes left on the shot clock. And we're going to make it happen." Frisco says, dang, that's not new. I've heard it before. It was more like you can't use or develop any products when you're with a company and went to another. Oh my goodness, you need to check out that thing. All right, Ellis says, what's up, money? Been a minute since I've been on here. Shout out to Ellis. We got Georgia Dogs back in the chat. Shout out to the money team. He says, now get one to the boat. Been a money team member for what is that, 3 months. Frisco says, the people didn't read the fine print. From what I'm understanding, whenever you watch it, Frisco, it's not fine print. It's in big print. It's not anything hidden at all. I had to shoot the Zaldanes a little cash out. Tell him thank you for that podcast because it was a good one. It was a good one. Ella says, my Super Bowl bass tournament next Sunday on Clark's Hill. Uh-oh. Well, good luck on that. I'm supposed to be fishing Clark's Hill this year, but I think I'm going to miss it. I still need that 7-pounder. And Clark's Hill was one of the lakes that I was looking forward to going to be able to get that 7-pounder, but I don't know if I'm going to make it now. Frisco says, so they don't read the comprehension, read for comprehension? Well, I'll be interested to hear once you watch that podcast and I'm back on here again, I want you to tell me, what do you think? What do you think? She said 99% of the anglers wouldn't sign that if they understood what it meant. Shout out to Georgia Dogs. He says, my tournament this weekend on Clark's Hill got postponed due to the snow. Man, Ellis said that 7-pounder isn't too hard this time of the year on the hill. And I wanted to be on the hill, but I'm not going to make it. All right. Let's talk about you. All right, man. All right. The burning season says, I'm so glad I got into the sport when I was 13. I seen how shady the pros and the circuits are. Shout out to Whipstick. We got Whipstick in the chat. Phil said, do you see the skunk tail? I do not, Phil. There is no skunk tail. We still got a full 9 minutes left on this shot clock. And your partner MoneyBass is going to make something happen. Whipstick came in and says, guys, please hit that like button. If you've already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat. Whipstick wants to see if we had some crowd participation today. Oh, Frisco, Frisco, Frisco. Guess what I have on the way in the mail? Can you take a guess? Let's see if Frisco's gonna get this on the first go round. Frisco, I have something on the way in the mail. And I'll give you a clue. See where that seat is at? It's gonna be sitting right there where that seat is at. What do you think it is? Can somebody take a guess? Somebody, anybody who thinks they know what it is. It's on its way. Frisco got it on his first guess. I knew he was going to get it. What do you think about that, Frisco? Sports Snatcher said a skunk cage. That is incorrect. I'm going to have to kick you off the channel for that. He said a skunk cage. That is terrible. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got 7 minutes left, guys. The alarm is going off. We have 7 minutes left. Oh, my goodness. Frisco said, El Cheapo spent money? Whipstick says, Frisco, money has the skunk smell in the live well. Oh, my goodness. You know what? I do need to let this old water out of there. I forgot to open it up last time. Whipstick, I can't believe you chiming in on that, too. Daniel said, when are we going to get some of that bendation that I've been hearing about? I got one order of bendation and 6 minutes to fulfill that order. It's looking kind of ugly right now, though. Ella says, what about a lipless crankbait? I need a lipped crankbait because I want to bust him in the lip. I want to hit him in the lip and get him with the flip. Whipstick said they don't want this money. Whipstick, wait a minute. You can't say it right now. You can't say it yet. I have to catch a fish first. Frisco said, you said 2. Uh-oh, wait a minute. 2 what, Frisco? I didn't know you were on here whenever I said what I think you're talking about. Burn Season says, Cal Patrick is a, oh my goodness. He fished one of the clubs by me before he weighed more zeros than, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So yeah, Frisco, I guess you were in here. So yeah, the plan was to slide on out here and pop 2 of them real quick and head on back to the house. But these fish, they were like, MoneyBass, we know you about to be out there live and all your chat, your subscribers, they're gonna be watching. And what we gonna do, we gonna make you look bad today. They're gonna laugh at you. They're gonna talk bad about you in the chat. Phil's gonna be bringing up the word skunk. Whipstick's gonna ask them, it's gonna tell them they don't want this money when there's no fish in the boat yet. You're just gonna look bad today. Oh, man. Burner Season says, I don't know how you weigh 0 fish in a state where you start with 15 pounds. Ah, come on, Burner Season. Don't do him like that. Patricia says, have you seen the new lithium fire extinguisher? Yeah, I think it's called jumping out the boat. I think that's what they call it. Phil says, you're going to have to start selling some skunk, the stuffed animals. Oh, my goodness. Frisco said, you should have been dragging a jig instead of that shaky head. Blaster says, at least you didn't get DQ'd on your birthday. Oh, my goodness. Who remembers Blaster getting DQ'd on his birthday? Who was here for that? Put DQ in the chat if you were here when Blaster got DQ'd on his birthday. She said, happy birthday, gave you a gift, told you to unwrap it and hit you with the DQ. Whipstick says, money, you mean to tell me you haven't busted a mouthpiece today at all? No, sir. And then you're bringing more attention to it by telling them they don't want this money. Because now they like, we want the money. It's not our fault. Everybody saw you get DQ'd on your birthday. Oh, man. Come on, fish. Don't make me look bad. Don't make me look bad in front of all these people. They gonna laugh at me. Phil's already laughing. Whipstick said the DQ queen is heartless. She's heartless. She said, oh, it's your birthday? Well, here's the DQ. Unwrap that. See if it fits. Check the size on the label. See if that's the right size for you. Oh, that's right. And then she smashed his cake. The burning season says, when is the next stream? Are you talking about just me coming out doing the bass for cash, or are you talking about the next battle of the anglers? So I'll probably be back out here again tomorrow. And I'm gonna test out that dual stream again, guys. Because like I was telling you before, YouTube has kind of changed some things around. So I have to kind of play around with it until I get it worked out. But I'll be back out here tomorrow doing bass for cash once again. Uh-oh, guys, is this the last cast? Oh, no. Does anybody remember the last cast of 2025? The last cast of 2025. I'm going to make this last cast. We're going to fish it slow. You guys see that slow action? Dottie said, boo. Come on, Dottie. Don't be like that. BNP says, hey, I'll be at work, but I'll be here. Don't be like that, Dottie. Dottie said, boo. Oh, my goodness. Man, I can't believe it, guys. Oh, and we got hung up. Oh, no. Say it ain't so. Phil said, I think the skunk is coming into camera view. BNP says, when's the next battle of the anglers? So we're going to do at least one a month now, guys. So it'll be sometime in February. The date for the next battle of the anglers has not been set yet. All right, that cast doesn't count because it got hung up. So we have to do the official last cast. Spot Snatcher says, tune in tomorrow for another skunk for cash. Oh, no. Not a skunk for cash. And I'm going to break off too. Yeah, I think I got to break off, guys. Oh, man. Yep, there we go. It broke off. All right. All right, this is the last cast. There, it's official. That right there is the last cast. Frisco says, don't set it on February 2nd. What's going on February 2nd? Wait, February 2nd is a Monday, right? Spot Snatcher says, tune in tomorrow for another episode of Skunks for Cash. Bernstein says, Monday, do you think some states should only have... Oh, did I get hung up again already? Okay, we're good. Only have CNR during the spawn. What's CNR? You said the 21st. So it was originally going to be on the 21st, but we changed it from the 21st. Okay, so you said, do you think some states should only have catch and release during the spawn? I mean, I don't really see a problem with that. I mean, what do you think? I mean, I like catch and release anyway. I don't really like fishing traditional style tournaments anymore. The Battle of the Anglers format is the format that I have come to really enjoy. You don't have to worry about dead fish or trying to keep those fish alive as long as you don't hook them deep or something like that. But I mean, I kind of like catch, weigh, release anyways. And that's what the FishXLive app is pretty much all about. So that's how I feel about that. Oh, goodness. Wait a minute, guys. I didn't mean to make that cast right there because I already did the last cast. It just kind of slipped out of my hand. So I'll just go ahead and fish it back anyways. Because, I mean, I have to reel it back. So I'm just reeling it back, but just a little slower than normal. So this is an unofficial cast right here. Burning Season says, yes, you do, but some people eat them and others transport them off beds in tourneys. Yeah, I mean, it seems like it would be better to let the fish go back to the beds. It would increase the fish population. I mean, that's what I think. But, I mean, I haven't done any research or anything on that, so I don't know. What do you think? Phil says, where are you going to put your new skunk cage? Okay, all right, Phil. All right. I'm glad you're enjoying this moment. Burning Season says, on Lake Erie, Canada has an entire bay you can't fish in at all. Yeah, I mean, even something like that. I mean, if it's a big lake and they make a certain area off limits, I mean, just go fish at a different part of the lake. But I'd be interested in hearing somebody that disagrees with that and say, yeah, we need to catch all those spawning fish and eat them. Like, who would say that? And what would be the reason behind it when you could just go and catch fish in other locations? That's what I think. All right, guys. I want to give a big shout out to Clint Perry. He slid right on in and hit you guys with those gifted memberships. You didn't get to use them today, but we'll be back. We'll be back of another episode of Skunk in the Boat. No, I'm just joking. We'll be back with another episode of Bass for Cash. If it's not raining tomorrow, we'll be back out here, guys. It's a little chilly. I got to make a run, get back. But I did want to come out here, just hang out with you guys for a quick minute. Want to give a big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations. Shout out to Delta Bass. Delta Bass came on in and slid that 10 in the chat. So really appreciate that. Remember, if you guys like any of this gear that I have, I put the links in the description. If you like the rods, just go to ducketfishing.com. You have a 15% off discount code, MoneyBass. Make sure you guys take advantage of that. Rods, reels, merch, different stuff like that. If you're interested in that, there they go. There they go. And remember, use code MoneyBass. As I get different products and discounts and things like that that I think will be useful for you guys, useful to you guys, I'll always put those links in the description of the videos. So make sure you always check it. Shout out to 450. We got 450 tuning in right when I'm about to head on out. It was a little chilly today. It was Frisco's fault that no mouthpieces were busted today. All fish were safe. But we'll be back again to make it happen. Shout out to Jason J. Says, take care all. Catch one on the next one. That's right. That's right. We'll be back again. All right. Was that everything, guys? Want to give a big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations, one of the original sponsors of this thing we call Bass for Cash. And of course, make sure you guys go and check out FishXLive. If you want to see, Frisco said excuses. It's Frisco's fault. It's all Frisco's fault. Make sure if you guys want to see the fish that have been caught so far this year, just go to FishXLive, download the app, click on the Anglers tab, and just search MoneyBass, and you'll be able to pull up my journal of catches that I've been pulling out of the water so far this season. All right, guys, appreciate everything, and I will see you guys on the next live stream.